Central Europe is caught between two worlds, the Frankish, Norman, and Mediterranean west and south of Europe and the mainly Slavic Eastern Europe. At its center is Germany. Only unified into a single nation 150 years ago, its principalities and people have for centuries spread all across this region of Europe, making their influence known. Today, you'll find Bavarian villages in Central Europe, old castle towns, grandiose market squares that point to a rich history of trade in the region, as well as glittering old imperial cities with remnants of the Roman Empire still visible. In this video, we explore the best places to visit in Central Europe. We've collected a list of the top places to visit in Central Europe, so make sure to include them in your list if you're a visitor. At first in the list, number 1, Prague. Prague is the Czech Republic's stunning capital. Though it's famous for its nightlife, with plenty of bars and restaurants to hop around after dark as well as plenty of places to stay, the city also has a plethora of history to discover. The beautiful old town of Prague is home to the oldest working astronomical clock, the 600-year-old horloge. Connecting the old town with the lesser town is the pedestrianized Charles Bridge, built in 1402. Prague Castle dates back to the 9th century. This amazingly historic building is now the seat of the Czech president. Number 2, Berlin. The bold and brash German capital is a city that has seen a lot of history, most recently being split between capitalist West and socialist East Germany. But with its turbulent history in the past, this modern-day city has a fashionable street scene, energetic art culture, infamous and very cool nightlife, and plenty of hipster hangouts. Go and see sections of the Berlin Wall and see graffiti daubed on it at East Side Gallery, or go to the classical archway steeped in history at the Brandenburg Gate. Number 3, Vienna. The Austrian capital of Vienna is known for its intellectual and artistic past. It has at one time or another been the home of figures such as Freud, Mozart, Lenin, and Beethoven. There are imperial palaces aplenty in Vienna, giving you an insight into the past of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. There's the opulent Baroque Schönbrunn Palace summer retreat of the Habsburg royalty as well as the lavish apartments at Hofburg. The 18th-century Vienna State Opera is a beautiful building that shows the importance of art and culture in this historic city. Number 4, Jungfrau Region. Named after the Jungfrau, or Virgin, mountain. The Jungfrau region is made up of daring mountainous landscape, sheer waterfalls, and impressive glaciers. Jungfrau Mountain itself is a famous peak and towers at 4,158 meters above sea level. The Jungfraubahn cogwheel train travels to Europe's highest railway station high above Interlaken, where Switzerland is at its most beautiful. The famous Trummelbachfalle is a collection of 10 glacier falls located actually inside a mountain, only reachable via lift. Number 5, Lake Bled. Located in the Julian Alps in northwestern Slovenia, Lake Bled is a scenic spot indeed. One of the best places here is in the lake itself, Bled Island. On the island, which is reachable via a rentable rowboat or a pletna, traditional wooden boat, you'll find the Church of the Assumption of Mary. There's also Bled Castle nearby. But the summer months at Lake Bled are all about enjoying the water, splashing around, swimming, sunbathing, and boating. You can even hike very easily around the lake itself, with many interesting places to stop at along the way and beautiful views over the lake, too. Number 6, Fussen. A Bavarian town close to the Austrian border, Fussen is famous for the many castles that can be found in and around town. There's the medieval Hohe Schloss, with its white walls and red roofs. Amazingly, this has been an important site ever since the Romans built a rest stop here in 47 AD. The Altstadt of Fussen is awash with 700-year-old Bavarian architecture, making the perfect place for a coffee along its pedestrianized streets. Take a trip from Fussen to the nearby Neuschwanstein, King Ludwig II's 19th-century fairytale castle that inspired Walt Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. Number 7, Krakow. Located near the Czech border, Krakow is a southern Polish city with a lot of character to discover. Its medieval center features such architectural delights as the Rynek Glony, the market square where you will find the massively impressive Cloth Hall, as well as St. Mary's Basilica. The city has a rich Jewish history. The former Jewish quarter of Kazimierz, though with a dark World War II history, is now alive with quirky cafes and hipster bars. To learn more about that history, it's a simple trip from Krakow to the infamous and harrowing Auschwitz. Number 8. Budapest. Budapest is the Hungarian capital. Known for being made up of 3 parts, the town has a lot of history, and can even trace its origins back to Roman times. Relics of Rome can be found in the oldest part of the city, Buda, as well as the even older part, Óbuda, literally, Old Buda. Pest is where you will find the newer, 19th-century face of Budapest, complete with its stunning Houses of Parliament, Opera House, and St. Stephen's Basilica. With plenty of affordable, old-world accommodation on offer, staying in Budapest and enjoying its hot mineral baths couldn't be easier. Number 9. Zurich. The world center of finance and banking, Zurich is a northern Swiss town that hugs the shores of Lake Zurich. Aside from the serious world of economics and money, it's an attractive city with a handsome Altstadt at its core. The city spills out across the Limmat River and comes alive with waterside walkways and magnificent medieval buildings, as well as the 17th-century town hall practically hanging over the water. There's also the interesting old mercantile district of Augustinagas, complete with ornately carved windows. Accommodation here isn't always affordable, so be prepared to splash out on boutique offerings or chic digs. At last in the list, number 10, Hallstatt. Situated on the western shore of the lake of the same name, Hallstatt is an Austrian gem of a city. It's all about the location, which boasts the gorgeous, emerald waters of the lake that reflect the alpine hills surrounding it. In winter, the town is coated with a thick dusting of snow, and skiing is on the cards. In summer, hiking in the hills and water sports become the order of the day. This mountain town boasts local cafes and charming shops in beautiful 16th-century houses along attractive alleyways, as well as boutique and more affordable places to stay. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite places to visit in Central Europe? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.